Alex Clody here with Alex Clody Guide Service. I'm going to show you how I rock a bobber. So usually these bobbers are affixed to the line, you know, the old school way, pulling up by hand. But I have it set up to where you can see this. Let me turn it there. You can see it where there's a little loop there. So this is basically a slip bobber. So what this is doing is sliding on the line, and up on my reel here, turn the reel, right there you can see there's a bobber stop. So the way this bobber works, so you drop your bait down. So I'm letting the line go through the float here. We're at about 12 foot of water. Alright, so the bobber stops, hitting the float, and you're dragging that down to the bottom. Alright, so that bobber stopped on the bottom. That's about a foot below the surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to shake it. So that's called rocking bobber. Look, there's a bite right there. Look at that. Can't get any more perfect than that. Oh, there's a nice big stonefish. Hand-sized panfish, rocking a bobber, using a small jig with an oak leaf bug on it. I'll show you that again. Again, jig and a bobber set up for a slip bobber stop. Set up, letting the line through the float here. Bobber stop hits the bobber, drags it down to the bottom, so you know exactly where the bottom is. Now the bobber's about a foot and 3 inches off the bottom. So now I'm picking it up back up to the surface, about a foot off the bottom, and had another bite. Look at that. Another nice, decent bluegill. These are good eating size. Make fish tacos with them. You can scale them and cook them whole if you wish. You know, variety of things, fry them. So, but that's the way I like to fish when I'm not using a camera. Usually I use my AquaView camera, but today they're biting so good I don't really need it. But rocking a bobber. Drop it down one more time to show you, in case you didn't get a good idea of it on the first couple of fish here. The line slipped through the float. Bobber stop hits the float, drags it down to the bottom. Again, that float's about a foot and a half below the surface. You drag it up to wherever you want. So I'm about an inch below the surface and about 6 inches off the bottom. There's a bite. Yeah. 3 fish, 3 drops. You know, good eating size. That's hand size right there, folks. Alex Clody, Alex Clody Guide Service. Look me up on Facebook.